Did you know that some of the biggest car disasters aren't caused by shady mechanics, but by well-meaning DIYers just like you? That's right. You grab your toolbox, pop the hood, and start wrenching with confidence. But one small mistake can cost you thousands. Or worse, put your safety at risk. In this video, I will show you the most common DIY mechanic mistakes and help you avoid every single one. Let's dive in. And mistake number 5 has left countless DIYers with destroyed engines and zero recourse. Mistake number 1. Over-tightening or under-tightening bolts. Let's kick it off with one that kills more cars than people realize. You'd think tightening a bolt just means turning until it feels secure, right? Wrong. Over-tightening bolts, especially critical ones like the oil drain plug, can strip threads, warp components, and even crack your oil pan. This may turn a $40 oil change into a $1,000 mess. Under-tightening, on the other hand, could result in bolts vibrating loose. Imagine your brake caliper falling off mid-drive. Want solution? Always use a torque wrench and check your service manual for the correct specs. Tight doesn't mean as hard as you can. It means precisely calibrated pressure. Mistake number 2. Skipping the service manual. Skipping the service manual is the silent killer of countless DIY projects. Too many people think watching a couple of YouTube videos or reading a forum post is enough to start tearing apart an engine. But here's the truth. Every car is different, and without the factory service manual, you're flying blind. This manual doesn't just tell you what parts to remove, it gives you torque specs, bolt sequences, fluid types, clearance tolerances, and even exact steps in the proper order. If you skip it, you might torque your head bolts wrong, refill with the wrong coolant, or reconnect hoses backwards. The service manual isn't a luxury. It's your roadmap to doing the job right. Mistake number 3. Skipping the scan tool. When that check engine light comes on, most DIYers grab a wrench before grabbing a scanner. That's a huge mistake. Modern vehicles are rolling computers, and they tell you what's wrong if you're willing to listen. A simple OBD2 scanner can reveal misfires, oxygen sensor failures, vacuum leaks, and more. Without it, you're just guessing. Replacing parts without reading the codes is like doing surgery without x-rays. Spend $30 on a scan tool, and you'll save hundreds in parts you don't need. Mistake number 4. Using cheap or wrong tools. Using cheap or incorrect tools isn't just a shortcut. It can be dangerous and damaging to both you and your vehicle. Budget tools from discount bins might seem like a deal at first, but they often lack hardened steel construction, accurate tolerances, or durable handles. When they break while you're working, they can slip or snap, hurting your hands or damaging costly parts of your car. Even worse, using the wrong tool altogether, like channel locks instead of a proper brake line wrench. This can crush soft fittings or damage threads beyond repair. Precision jobs, like tightening lug nuts or head bolts, require a Torxy wrench. Buying proper tools is an investment, not an expense. The right tool not only gets the job done faster, but also protects your car, your hands, and your peace of mind. Mistake number 5. Using dish soap to clean the car. It might seem harmless, but using dish soap to wash your car is a big mistake that many DIYers make. Dish soap is designed to cut through heavy grease and food grime, which sounds good in theory, but it's also extremely aggressive on automotive paint. Unlike car shampoos that are pH balanced and wax safe, dish soap strips away all protective layers, including wax, sealant, and even ceramic coatings. Over time, this leaves your paint vulnerable to oxidation, fading, and clear coat damage. Therefore, a bottle of proper car wash soap might cost a little more, but it's formulated to clean without harming your vehicle's finish. So if you're proud of your car's shine, skip the kitchen soap and use products designed specifically for auto detailing. Mistake number 6. Mixing wrong fluids. Mixing the wrong fluids is a hidden danger that many DIY mechanics overlook, especially when topping off without reading labels. It's not just about putting brake fluid in the brake reservoir or coolant in the radiator. The exact type matters. Mixing green coolant with orange Dex Cool or DA-T3 with DA-T4 brake fluid might not show immediate problems, but it can cause chemical reactions that lead to sludge, corrosion, or seal damage over time. For example, incompatible coolants can form thick gel-like deposits that clog radiators and heater cores, causing overheating and expensive repairs. Even mixing oils of different viscosities, like 5W30 with 20W50, can alter the oil's film strength and reduce engine protection. It is recommended to always double-check the reservoir cap and consult the owner's manual before mixing the fluids. Mistake number 7. Ignoring safety gear. Many DIY mechanics treat personal protective equipment as optional until something goes wrong. Skipping gloves, goggles, or ear protection might save 30 seconds now, but it's a decision you'll regret the moment brake dust gets in your eye, battery acid burns your hand, or a snapped spring hits your face. Automotive work involves exposure to chemicals, pressurized systems, hot surfaces, and sharp edges, all of which pose serious injury risks. For example, a simple task like replacing brake pads can expose you to carcinogenic asbestos particles, while a fuel filter replacement might spray gasoline directly at your skin or eyes. Many injuries in home garages happen not because of faulty tools or parts, but because basic safety precautions were ignored. Real mechanics know safety gear isn't optional. It's the first tool you pick up before any job. Mistake number 8. Ignoring torque sequences. Torque value is important, but torque sequence is just as critical, and ignoring it can completely ruin your car parts. I've seen it firsthand. One guy tightened the bolts on a plastic intake manifold straight across, one after another, and boom, it cracked right down the middle. Another guy tightened his lug nuts in a clockwise circle instead of a crisscross pattern. The result? Warped brake rotor and constant steering wheel vibration, whether you're installing a head gasket, manifold, or wheels. And if the manual says tighten to 22 foot-pounds in 3 steps, do it. Don't shortcut it by cranking them all to 50 in one go. That's how you end up with leaks, cracks, or warped metal. Mistake number 9. Overlooking worn-out seals and gaskets. One of the most underestimated mistakes DIY mechanics make is ignoring old or worn-out seals and gaskets during a repair. When taking apart an engine, valve cover, or thermostat housing, it's easy to reuse the existing gasket or just apply more sealant. But here's the problem. Those gaskets are often compressed, brittle, or already leaking, and reusing them only invites future trouble. A $10 gasket can prevent a $1,000 repair down the road. When doing any job involving a gasket or O-ring, it's smart practice to always replace it with a new one and clean both mating surfaces properly. There you have it. DIY car repair is a powerful way to save money, learn new skills, and connect with your machine. But only if you avoid these landmines. The line between fixing and failing is thinner than you think. Drop a comment below if you've ever made one of these mistakes.